What is going on, my dummies, and welcome back to another Digimon Deck Tech. In today's episode, we're going over one of the last two decks that are coming out for set 1.0 that I have not done yet. In today's episode, we're going over minus power Kentaurosmon. Now, this deck is odd. It's very weird. I'm not going to say it's great. It's not great by any means, but if it's something you want to play, here's a list you can look at. So, starting things off, I have a 4 of Tokomon. Now, I'm using Tokomon over the other, like Cupimon, and I don't remember the other one's name. I think it starts with a K. I'm using the Tokomon instead because you don't have to have high security in order to get the effect off. You have to delete something with 0 DP. So it works around what we're trying to do. And we'd rather have something that's going to get the effect off than not have something that's going to do it. Now, if you wanted to, if you found that this isn't doing anything either, Cupimon is a great secondary. Play it as a 1-up. Or take the Tokomon out completely and play the Cupimon instead. But I'd like to be able to do something with my Digitama. And since I'm not recovering in this deck, I'm focusing on dropping stuff's DP. This is the way we're going. Next up, we have our level 3s. We have Tinkermon. It's a 3 to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 3000 DP. No abilities. The ability is actually on a level 4 that I'll show later. But Tinkermon is known as a Tinkermon engine. What we're going to do is continually get back the Tinkermons for free without having to worry about anything. Next up, we have Labramon. It's 3 to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 1000 DP. Inheritable skill is, during our turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0 DP, we trigger and draw a card. Now, I want to point something out with Labramon. They changed a ruling with it and SlashAngemon, which is in set 1.5, not 1.0. What it does is if it's an effect that gives it multiple times. So for SlashAngemon, it would give minus 4,000 for every tamer that you have that you rested when you played the SlashAngemon. That's all in one ability, on one card. So you only get to draw one card even if you deleted 17 Digimon. You only get to draw the one card. That's important to know when you're playing this deck because if you have a way to kill multiple different things, you only get to draw one card instead of drawing multiples. Next up, we have Patamon, 3 to evolve normally, or 3 to play normally, 0 to evolve, 1000 DP. During our turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0, we gain +1 memory. So Labramon and Patamon is our utility card as much as possible. Tinkermon is our vanilla of the deck. Even though it's more expensive to play normally, we want to have it on the battlefield and we want it to lose itself so we can get it back. So yeah. Moving forward, we have a 4 of Reppamon. It's 3 to play normally, 2 to evolve, 4000 DP, vanilla. Just really easy to play normally. Not really cheap to evolve. Just playing normally is something that we really, really want to do. Next up, we have a 3 of Angemon, 5 to play normally, 2 to evolve, 3000 DP. With an on-play ability, on play, we give something minus 3000 DPs. This is something that we can use to finish something off at the end of our turn or use it to destroy a rookie, and we'll still keep a card on the battlefield. Think of this as more like a kill small thing deck or kill small thing card. Nothing too crazy about it. Next up, we have Petermon as a 3 of. He's 5 to play normally, 2 to evolve, 5000 DP. He says on play, we grab a Tinkermon from our hand or recycle bin and put it into play without paying its cost. And that's why we're playing the Tinkermon, so we can get them back for free with Petermon. Following the rest of that up, we have Unimon. He's our blocker. He's 5 to play normally, 2 to evolve, 6000 DP. When we attack with a -2 memory, just generic blocker. We need them in the deck so we can slow down our opponent if we have to. So yeah, we'll play in the 2 of or the 4 of Unimon. Moving forward, we have 3 Sirenmons, 5 to play normally, 2 to evolve, 6000 DP. This is our vanilla cheap way to get onto the field. And notice I'm playing 3 instead of 4. That's because our other one is going to be Magna Angiomon. He's 7 to play normally, 3 to evolve, 6000 DP. Says on play we recover 1. Now, we sometimes need to play this card. It's very, very important to have this card as at least a 1 of because it can save us. And with it being a level 5, like, of course we could play Holy Dramon instead of the Magna Dramon or the Magna Angiomon. I kind of want to play the Magna Angemon instead because it is a level 5, so we can play Kentaurosmon on top of it or the SlashAngemon. So that's why the Magna Angemon is in this deck. His inheritable skill says during our turn, the Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for every 3 cards in our security. Sometimes that matters, sometimes it doesn't. But overall, it allows us to get into Kentaurosmon very early. It allows us to go into SlashAngemon and stop what our opponent's trying to do. So the Angemon is pretty good. Next up, we have 4 of the starter deck Magna Angemon. It's 7 to play normally, 3 to evolve, 7 DP, or 7000 DP. His ability says whenever we attack, one of our opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000. This is pretty good because we can pair this with SlashAngemon to get minus 9000, which is most of the time at level 5. So, or I guess I could say sometimes more, but it also works with 7 Heavens with an 11k, so you can swing out minus 1000 to 11,000 DP dude, and then you can go 7's Heaven, get rid of it. Moving forward, we have SlashAngemon. He's 11 to play normally, never going to happen. 3 to evolve, 8000 DP. He says when we Digivolve, one of our opponent's Digimon gets minus 8000 DP. So if we can vanilla go all the way up to SlashAngemon, we could kill our opponent's stuff if we went first and keep them from getting their plan off, which is pretty good. And like he's got really low base power. He's only got 8000. So like he's going to most of the time die to security checks, but he did his job by destroying your opponent's Digimon. Moving forward a little bit farther, we have Kentaurosmon. He's 12 to play normally. Sometimes you will catch yourself playing him, like hard playing him. Sometimes you don't. Like it's just one of those random coincidences. He's 3 to evolve normally, 11,000 DP, which is pretty high compared to the rest of the yellows. Safarimon's the only thing that matches it. When we Digivolve, up to 5 of our opponent's Digimon get security attack minus 2, which sometimes is game breaking. When they're playing Rookie Rush, we can slow them down tremendously. They can't deal damage for a turn. That gives us a turn to breathe and figure ourselves out. Next up, we have on deletion. One of our opponent's Digimon gets minus 11,000 DP. Now, when I first built this deck and playing around with it, I thought it was minus 10. It is actually minus 11. So keep that in mind. This with the Angemon from the starter deck is minus 12, which is majority of, or I think it's all level 6s within the game as of right now. So he's able to destroy the level 6s in the game if he gets deleted on security check, which is really, really big. So there's a really good card. I think he's underrated, but I don't think he's game breaking like other people do. You'll notice these are the last cards in the deck. You'll notice that Chimeramon isn't a part of it. I don't want to play the Chimeramon for the Kentaurosmon combo. You can if you want to, and if you did, I actually don't know what you would change. I guess you would change the Kyries so that you could just play it, destroy the Kentaurosmon, destroy 2 Digimon minus 11,000 power, but I like this deck the way it goes. Next up, we have 7 Heavens. 7 to play normally. The security effect is activating the main effect. The main effect is one of our opponent's Digimon gets minus 10,000 DP, not 11. So this can get rid of any level 5 or lower that's in the game as of now. It can be paired up with the Angemon to do a little bit more. But overall, this is just a card to slow down our opponent. Like we can use it to target one of our opponent's big dudes, and it kind of keeps them from swinging out if it's turned over in security, which is fine. Like it's not game breaking like Gaia Force or Coyote's Breath. It's more of like a passive aggressive card if I had to take a stab at it. I wish it did more. I know a lot of people think that. I wish it does more, but it doesn't, and that's what we have to deal with. Next up, we have Kyrie. Kyrie is 3 to play normally. Security effect puts her into play without paying the cost. At the start of our turn, if we have 3 or less security cards, we gain 1 memory. This is really good because we're able to keep it our turn, be able to play the big plays that we do, because yellow stuff is so heavy in mana cost or memory cost because we don't have vanillas at the moment. That, like, see, this is the only 2 to evolve for 5, I think, that's out. And then, like, all this stuff is evolved for 2. And then, like, we have high play rookies. So being able to keep it our turn is always really, really good. And that's why I play a 4 of it. Also, we kind of want to keep the Kentaurosmon, like evolve into it and give -2 security attack. And like if we have to, the SlashAngemon, like we don't want to end our turn when we play them. We want to be able to do something with them when they come down. So that's why I play the Kyries. But overall, that is the deck. We're going to zoom out here so you guys can see it as always. Weaknesses to the deck, I would say, is anything that can get really big on either player's turn, because it makes it awkward for you to eliminate it. Like black makes it awkward for you to get rid of their blockers. And red, it makes it awkward because if you check the 7's Heaven, they're super big, so there's no way of getting around it. Same with Kentaurosmon, in case they do Gaia Force it or whatever, there's no way to deal with it. And the deck is really slow. Like I said, all this high playing stuff, it's not great, which is a downfall. But if you're playing against anything that likes playing smaller stuff like Rookie Rush, or if you're playing against Blue Flood, this deck is really good because it can control how many cards are coming out. I will say that is one thing I do enjoy about the deck. Changes that you can make, SlashAngemon, for example, if you don't want to play the SlashAngemon, you want to mix it up, you can always play the Sirenmon from set 1, which is this Sirenmon right here, if you wanted to play him. And you can dabble with like a mixed build. I would say you could dabble with a mixed build. I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be able to play in some more of these Magnaangemons, keeping the Sirenmons. Like, there's a bunch of different ways you can build this. I'm just having fun with it as all, and I want to keep it to one synergistic plan, which is minus power as much as possible. But you can do it however you want to. Remember, if you like the video, leave a like. Comment, let me know how you guys are building your decks, so other people can see it as well that are coming to my videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Every subscription helps me get out there, and if you enjoy my videos, getting the subscriptions out there helps me be able to get more content out for you guys. But yeah, until next time, have a blessed one.